Hey there everybody, welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we are taking out for a field test the Ka-Bar Baconmaker. This is a very interesting, unique design. You can see there it looks very Middle Eastern, Persian dagger type of design. Give you a little bit of history about this blade before we go into the field testing. I'll give you some specs as well. This is from their Johnson's Adventure line. Steve Johnson is one of the executive editors of Hog Hunter magazine or Boar Hunter magazine. I can't remember. It's hog or boar, regardless. And a part-time knife designer. So he originally designed this knife that we see here, and then Ka-Bar bought it, picked it up, and they put it in their adventure line along with the pot belly, which Steve Johnson also designed. And when Steve originally made the Baconmaker that we have here before us, he designed that for one of his Special Forces buddies who is in the Special Forces community, wanted something to be able to survive as well as to fight with, and this is what he came up with, which is kind of interesting because it's a very big, massive, unique blade. So that's just a little bit of history. Then, like I said, Ka-Bar picked it up, and they now mass produce it in their adventure line along with the pot belly. So I'll give you some basic specs of what you get when you purchase a Baconmaker. Then we'll go into a ton of field testing today and see how this baby performs. We got an overall length of 12 3/4 inches, so just under 13 inches overall length. From the Zytel handle scales to the tip is 7 1/8 of an inch long. The actual cutting edge is 6 3/4 inches. Hollow grind made out of the 1095 Crovan high carbon steel, Rockwell hardness, 56 to 58, made here in the USA. Thickness is 3/16 of an inch thick. Like I said, Zytel handles with some pocking along the backs, ridging there, along the back handle scales. Nice set of jimping. Nice thumb ramp. Model number 5601. There's the Johnson logo. Very nice, just large blade. You can see there, lanyard hole. Look at how big it is in my hand. Either choking up, here, here. Very unique. When I picked this up for the first time, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But as we're about to see in the field testing, this baby really performed really well. Huge clip point design there as well. Unsharpened switch, huge. Very delicate tip. That's the blade itself. Then along with that, you get a really thick, huge nylon sheath we'll talk about here in just a little bit. You get the piggyback blade, which is a Chinese-made 5CR13 knife. It's basically like a poor 440A or low 420 type of knife. Nothing really all that fancy. It's just a little skinner. We'll talk about that as well. A little plastic sheath that goes onto that piggyback, and a pair of shoelaces. So that's what you get when you buy the Baconmaker from Ka-Bar. Let's get out there into the field and test this baby out. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see this? This is insane. This is probably 3.5 inch piece of wood. I am not exerting myself. Oh yeah, man. Woo! That chops. All right, so here we go. We're doing some chopping. As big as a forearm of a 6'5" man. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
What do you got there, Brian? A two-handed axe?
Give you my next
Oh my
knife.
gosh.
I really want to hate this thing.
Dude, I want to hate it so bad too, but it is amazing.
Ugly. They say sometimes the ugly girls are the best kissers. You get the least action. Not with a little Baconmaker.
Yeah. Clear it the rest of the... Oh, yeah, buddy. Boom. That's when, now we're talking. Baconmaker chopped through about a 4.5-inch piece of wood in under a minute. All right, so the Baconmaker, holy Lord, this thing was designed to chop. This thing has all the center of weight right up here on this nice belly. This plowed through wood. We were going through about 2.5-inch pieces of wood there. No effort, really not exerting yourself very much at all. And I mean, just plowed through wood. Better than my BK7 and better than my Rat 7, which is very impressive because it's a 7 and 1/8 of an inch blade. Very impressive that the Baconmaker could chop like that, and the handle felt really comfortable back here like this. When I put my pinky through the lanyard, then went into chopping, very comfortable, felt really good. It wasn't, you know, sliding out of my hand, and just very easy to chop with. This thing, if you're looking for a chopper, this baby will do it. So this Baconmaker is a hollow grind, and I can definitely tell out of the box that it is definitely sharper than, say, the Becker line of products, just because those are saber grinds, and this one's a hollow grind. There just is a little bit thinner edge there to be able to really get, you know, your detailed work going, and really just razor sharp, just slices really, really well, and you can do all your whittling, carving, you know, that you're seeing here. Definitely would be a great skinner. You know, and that's why they chose a hollow grind, and they're, you know, again, pitching this to you as, you know, a Baconmaker. You're going to go on a hog hunt, stick your hog, and be able to start processing your game. I mean, it'll definitely be able to do that. It is razor sharp. And I will say here with the handle, you can see I've put my 2 index fingers in the first groove, and then my 2 back fingers in there like that, and then I'm able to choke up like this, and this is comfortable. I can do detailed work like this, and it's not fatiguing my fingers or hand, no hot spots, you know, whatever. I can really use the knife well this way. When I'm choking up, I just basically bypass that thumb ramp altogether, and this doesn't really bother me when I'm doing my more close-up, detailed fire starter or, you know, just whittling, carving stuff. This is going to do a lot better, and feels fine in my hand when I do it like this. All right, so let's take just a brief time out from doing the field testing and look at the sheath as well as the piggyback. The piggyback here, like I said earlier, is made out of a Chinese low-quality stainless steel. It is stainless, which is nice, so it won't rust as fast as, say, the 1095 high carbon that we have, that the knife itself is made out of, the Baconmaker. You can see there again, hollow grind, just like its Big Daddy. Skeletonized form. It is an overall length of 6 inches. And the blade length right here is 2 3/4, and the handle is 3 1/4 inches long. Nice set of jimping there along the back thumb ramp. Then you got another set of jimping up here, so you can really, you know, get in there and do your skinning detail work if you need to. You could wrap this with the shoelace if you want to, kind of, you know, test out your paracord wrapping skills. You can see there my pinky's basically coming off if I'm holding the knife. I mean, it's not bad, again, for those little detailed skinning, you know, if you're skinning a little rabbit or a squirrel, or you are just doing a little bit of carving, whittling, it'll do okay. It's just not got good edge retention at all. You know, it's just a really low budget type of steel, and it does come with this little plastic sheath, which is nice. You could put it in there if you want to, click it in place, and run some paracord or something through there, wear it as a neck knife if you wanted to do that. And you can buy this separately, just by itself, if for some reason you did want to do that. They do sell the piggyback on its own for around 10 bucks. You do get, like I said, the shoelaces. Here we go to the sheath. Big, massive, huge, really nice, durable nylon. You got PAL webbing back here that you could run paracord through, or other types of, you know, Alice clips. Whatever you would want to do to lash to a pack, which is really nice. You got this huge dump pocket. You can see here, I can get my whole hand in there. I mean, that is just massive. You can make a whole survival kit out of that, which is pretty sweet. Then you have in here a little sheath for the piggyback. You can stick this little guy in there. Whoop! It gives you just enough room to be able to click that in place. Boom, there's that piggyback. That's nice, not going anywhere, and it is awesome that you do have that little just added feature for those of you who are looking for that or want, you know, a piggyback or that little skinner, and you are really using this as, you know, a hunting camp knife, which is kind of what K-Bar originally designed this for, and are pitching it to you once they bought it off of Steve Johnson. Then you go on here, you got the plastic insert there for the knife, you slide the knife into place. You can get it in there. There we go. 2 lashing points, buttons, very strong, good, durable. That's awesome. 2 extra sets, so you can make this jump compatible. You can run paracord through there, wrap it around your handle. Then you have 3 retention points, so it is jump ready. Big belt loop, like I said. Paracord lashings down there. It's not coming out at all, which is awesome. Got a slight rattle, rather silent. So if you are on a hog hunt, you know, as they're kind of trying to pitch it to you, Baconmaker, you're on a hog hunt. It's not going to rattle too bad, which is great. But it is massive, huge. You can just see here. Here's my forearm. I mean, look at how big it is. That is going to take up your whole upper thigh. That is a big knife, big sheath. Combined weight, I believe, because the knife weighs in at 13 ounces, just over what the BK7 would weigh. So, I mean, it's a heavy blade at 13 ounces. Plus the sheath, you're looking about close to 1.5 pounds total carry weight, what you're looking at here on screen. So it is a big blade, so you really have to weigh the odds. Is this worth the weight, worth what I'm going to be using this knife for out in the field?
Woo! Man, this thing is locked in when you're stabbing. You can see here that coating is already starting to come off, though. This is not very good coating, you know, just sprayed on coating on this 1095. But you can see that we're getting really good penetration as we're stabbing into that log. That's awesome. And that clip point right there, you know, unsharpened swedge, very delicate. I would not, you can see there as I stab, I'm doing this type of prying. If I go side to side more than probably 10 degrees, I know I'm going to snap that tip. It is a delicate tip, you know, but it is supposed to be a stabber, you know, be able to penetrate and get inside either, you know, some guy's gut or, you know, your boar that you just killed, your hog. That thing will stab and penetrate. My hand is totally locked in. I got my 2 index fingers and my, my 2 back pinky and my other finger, my ring finger back there in that hump. Then I got it right there, and that guard right there is great. I am locked in. I'm not going to accidentally come down the blade. This thing you can stab with easily and really get in there if you are doing some either hand-to-hand combat with a combatant or a combatant hog. This Baconmaker can definitely stab and penetrate. That recurve is amazing on this 1-ton rated paracord. Oh my gosh. That is going to go through any type of webbing, any type of, you know, nylon, anything, man-made material. With that recurve and awesome amount of belly, the Baconmaker is going to slice right through it. Well, guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Coming out here today, I wanted to hate the K-Bar Baconmaker. It didn't connect with me on how it looked. You know, the handles were kind of goofy when I was sitting there at the table. But as I've come out here and used this knife, I am in love. Total turnaround. I am in love with this blade. This is an amazing knife, and I would highly recommend it for almost all your camp tasks. This thing is going to do so well. That hump, which initially I thought was a pain in the butt, for all normal use that you're going to be using this knife on, you're either going to be backing up, and then the hump's not in the way, and that feels very comfortable as you're doing your swinging and chopping, or you're going to be choking up and putting 2 fingers in that first and 2 fingers behind, and that choil kind of guard little hump right here splits your 2 fingers, and then you can choke up and you can, you know, just whittle, carve if you're sitting around your campsite, you know, if you are cleaning your animal. I would say the only downside is the tip is really thin with the unsharpened swedge. It's going to be very difficult to baton. And you're just going to break your batoning sticks really easily, you know, when you're hitting on top of the spine there, though it is a 1/4 inch thick. You know, I prefer saber grinds. The hollow grind is razor sharp, which is awesome. But overall, I mean, I am just loving and digging this blade. And for chopping as well as feathering, you know, carving, doing that sort of stuff, and for stabbing, you're going to be able to do almost anything you want to do. And I could see you using this definitely as an awesome big camp knife, survival knife, hunting, what they designed it for, to be a hunting / camp knife. Absolutely. This is exactly what this can do. And you know, regardless if you're breaking the limb off of one of your boards, you know, you're breaking its limb, you know, or you're chopping down a tree. This Baconmaker by K-Bar is, in my opinion, I mean, a likability scale of like a 9 out of 10 for Gideon's Tactical. This thing is awesome. It rocks. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.